I'm Kate Wright. I'm author of The $1 Million Parent and founder of FatNoggin.com. Today I'm here to share with you 5 of my favorite books I highly recommend reading. All of these can be found at FatNoggin.com, of course. And just a little bit about me. I'm 37 years old today, but up until the time I was 30, I was not a reader. I didn't like books. I never read, didn't think I needed it. But once I started discovering good books and reading, especially self-improvement and educational books, completely changed my life. So let's get going. First, one of my favorite books of all time is The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. Basically, he talks about how to work less and live more. It's a great book for entrepreneurs, just how to run a business on a 4-hour work week. Actually, after I read this book, it really changed the business model for Fat Noggin, and we started outsourcing a lot more than we had been originally. So thanks to Tim Ferriss, I love this book. And it's funny, I'm a big fan of Tim's, and I was on his blog not long ago, and he actually had his favorite books he was recommending, and one of those was this book, Leaving Microsoft to Change the World by John Wood. Thanks, Tim recommended this. It's a fabulous book. I highly recommend it for anybody. In a nutshell, John Wood was a bigwig over at Microsoft, and he took a trip to Nepal, and it just ripped his heart apart how much illiteracy was over there. So long story short, he quit his job to go start a philanthropy, and I'm not going to ruin the story for you. I'll let you read the book yourself, but great story, highly recommend it. I hope I get to meet John Wood one day. He's amazing. So great book there. Another one of my favorites is Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I had heard about this book for a long time, and I never knew what it was about, and eventually I went and found it and read it, obviously. And it's funny, but her story is so similar to the way I met my husband, and I think that's why I really found a big love for this book. But it's also a great story of, early on, Elizabeth went through a nasty divorce, and I'm not going to get into the rest of it, but it's just a good testament to where she, instead of just wallowing in her sorrows, did something productive with her life, and great things came out of it. So I really enjoyed this book. Another one of my favorites I read a long time ago is The Millionaire Next Door. I know a lot of people have read this book, and one thing I got out of this book is that a lot of the millionaires are not your typical millionaires. It could be the man or woman living next door in a little, small little modest home who drives a used car, and because they save a lot more of their money than people who blow all their money. So this is a great book. It's a great study by 2 men, Thomas Stanley and William Danko, of what it really is in America to be a millionaire, and you'll be quite surprised if you read this book, but it's a great read. Over here, this is not just one book, but a stack of books. These are all parenting books, and there's just a few of the ones that I have, and if I had all of them out, they'd actually reach the ceiling. But I truly believe that if anybody wants to be a fantastic, fabulous parent, is that you've got to educate yourself and not just read 1 or 2 books, but read 10, 20, or 30, or 40, because there's no job on planet Earth that's harder and more important than the job as a parent. But so many parents are uneducated. They just don't have the proper guidance of really what to do and how to raise their kids properly. So these are just a few of my favorites. 10 Conversations to Have with Your Children, How to Father a Successful Daughter, Teaching Your Children Values, Good Families Don't Just Happen, Positive Discipline, Raising Good Children, Raising Boys, Shalom in the Home, Nanny 911, and Parenting a Field Guide. Fat Noggin, we have hundreds of outstanding parenting books, so I highly recommend tapping into those. So that's it. If you end up reading any of these books and thoroughly enjoy them as well, let me know, and hope you like them as much as I have, and have a great day.